Hey, what's up guys? Matt here coming to you from Silverado, California, the Born Free 16 show. So I'm going to be walking around showing you guys all the invited builders bikes, the Core Chopper show, the Harley-Davidson invited builders show as well. This is about my 10th time being at Born Free. So I'm going to explain a little bit of the show. I feel like people appreciate the show more if they know what they're looking for and what it takes to be a part of the show. And I'm going to be splicing in clips of Mike Davis, one of the co-founders of the Born Free show, into this. I interviewed him about 4 years ago, and it's really cool to hear from him personally, all the details and everything that goes into it, and hearing the explanation of the different mini shows directly from him really makes you appreciate everything that goes into this incredible custom motorcycle show. And Mike and Grant have done a phenomenal job growing this thing and keeping it true to its roots. So I felt like splicing in some clips from him from my interview 4 years ago gives people a little bit more context instead of just walking around and showing you guys random shots of all the bikes out there. What's up guys, and welcome to another Born Free episode. I think this year's we're at Born Free 16. For local shows in California, I think the Born Free show is easily the best one. So I go every year. So we're gonna be taking you guys in. I got a crew of riders coming today. The thing that's cool about Born Free is you got some of the best custom chopper builders in the world come in. They've got to build a bike from scratch, no repeat builds, got to be invited. So you've got to prove yourself worthy to build the chopper to be in Born Free. Yeah, we're gonna grab some breakfast and then head on into the show and check it out. What we got, Evan? Cooler action?
Cruise lights.
Hey, there's no coolers allowed in Born Free, okay?
Nope. It's not a cooler, it's a saddlebag.
Okay, I like it. Mickey, how we feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. Beautiful weather. Let's go.
Mickey almost couldn't make it, so I'm glad he's here.
Almost.
Yeah. Raul, how we doing?
Doing great. Excited.
First debut ride on the Lowrider ST to Born Free.
Yes, sir.
Usually every single year we get like 90, 95 degree weather and just sweat our balls off at the Irvine Lake area where Born Free is. But yeah, it's like 65 right now, maybe high 60.
High of 80 today.
High of 80.
Yeah.
That should be good.
Nick, how we living?
Oh, it's great. It's great. I forgot how well this bike does two up. You know, I'm excited for Born Free. I haven't been in a few years. Diana's never been, so.
Oh, first timer?
First time.
Okay, you're gonna like it, I think.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's been too long.
You're gonna like it, especially if you're a chopper connoisseur. Are you a chopper connoisseur?
Oh, 100%. Rode like Street King, Can-Ams, yeah.
Lots of choppers.
All right, had our buddy Mike just show up. He's got the very rare shark skin blue Lowrider ST, or so maybe you think it's a Lowrider ST. Tell us a little bit about your bike, Mike.
It's a Lowrider S that I realized that having wind in my face and my back was not a good thing, but I love the color, and they didn't make it for the ST, so I made it into essentially ST.
Yeah. So a converted Lowrider S with the ST fairing on it. Love it. Matt rolling in on the CVO Road Glide ST.
It just looked so lonely in the garage. I just had to take it.
Well, hey, you know what? You got to put some gas through it and put some miles on it. It's
Somebody's got to do it.
Someone has to, you know? Yeah. That's very nice of you to do that.
I love my 24 Road Glide, but every time I ride this thing, I'm like, yeah, damn it.
A little bit faster, baby.
A little bit faster. It's just awesome.
Yeah.
The suspension, everything. It's just such a good bike.
Brando, what's up? How are you, man?
Good, how are you?
Good morning, good morning. Where's my daddy butt cheeks?
Oh, he slept in. I don't think he's gonna make it.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, let me
morning.
Andrew, you disappointed me, dude. I thought we were friends. You're breaking my heart, dude. Now you're not showing up to rides.
Sorry it took so long, guys. A lot by you.
Oh, it's okay, Brandon. It's okay. We've only been here for about 5 minutes.
Oh, perfect.
We haven't even sat down yet, so you're good.
Nice. I was like, they're gonna be so mad.
No, I'm usually the one late every year, so.
Yeah.
Andrew, I thought we were brothers, dude. I thought we were brothers. It's okay. It's all right. I know you're working hard. Hey, does anybody need a grass pass? I have an extra one since Andrew stood me up and blew us out. Anybody need a grass pass? Anybody?
Stood us up.
Yeah, stood us up. Anybody need a grass pass? Okay. I guess my $30 grass pass just go to waste since Andrew didn't come. Thanks, dude. Hey, Eric, you couldn't at least wash your bike before you showed up to Born Free?
Wash it so it'll get dirty again sitting out there?
I mean, that's not like you, Eric. Usually,
I know, it's not.
I've never seen your bike dirty before, dude.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't wash it.
It's too tired, huh?
Yep.
Okay.
It'll get back tomorrow.
Dude, we got 3 STs rolling today.
In different colors. All in different colors.
Yeah, different colors. 3 colors represented. Evan, are these bags watertight?
It drips a little bit.
The last like 15 miles, it absolutely don't.
Keeps that beer ice cold though.
We'll talk about the grass pass first. So we came up with this idea because we ride motorcycles. So like a lot of other promoters that they're not in the space that they're promoting, they don't know how it works or what the benefits are. So we decided to sell this pass, this band you wear, and you go in a different line. You don't wait. You flash your pass. And last year we had a scanner. We bring you right in. You don't take your helmet off. You don't turn your bike off to pay for admission and all the crap that happens when you go to a show. Then you can't start your bike or it's overheating or, a million other issues that bikers have. So we created this thing where we called it the Fast Pass at first, kind of like Disneyland, and then we just decided to call it the Grass Pass. So you buy it. It's the same as admission. We only sell 3,000 of them per day. So the show's 2 days. We didn't cover that, but we went to a 2-day show because there's just too much to do, too much to see. So each day we sell 3,000 and those are pre-sold. So you get in early. So as soon as the show is set, our official hours are 10 to 5, but literally we open at 8. So if you're there and we're ready, we let the grass passers in. So the benefits of having it is you get, like you said, you get to come right in. You don't get off your bike. You show them your band. They check it. You go right in. You park your bike on the grass. You essentially become the show. Or you just want to park on the grass and smuggle in beer or be with your friends or whatever. It's a great way you're in. And it also, that's the other reason why we limit our vendors is we want enough room for motorcycles. I mean, that's the most important thing, right?
Checking out the bikes that Harley-Davidson gives out to some custom builders every year. So Harley gives out brand new Milwaukee 8 motorcycles to just custom builders. We were one of the invited builders a few years ago when we did the Overglide, if you guys remember that. But some of these bikes this year are really, really cool. So we're gonna check that out right now.
we have our invited builder group, and that's really, I mean, we promote that all year long. That's a big deal. So we have, anywhere between 20 to 30 builders. They're building whatever they want to build. We don't tell them what to build when we accept them, or we ask them. And some people ask, and some people we ask. Once they're in, they can build whatever they want. It could be a Honda, it could be a Harley, it could be whatever. So it could be new, old, it doesn't matter. And over the years, we've had a couple of newer builders in that group. We had Roland Sands was in it, and Suicide Machine was in it, and Rusty Butcher was in it, and stuff like that. And we just decided that let's keep that thing going and still have those guys do whatever they want, but let's do more of a modern platform with a smaller group. And that's how we hatched that plan with Harley. We worked on it together to come up with 4 to 6 builders every year that get a bike of choice, so they get to pick what they want. They're not force-fed, hey, everybody's got to take this model. They get whatever they want to do, and they can do anything they want to it. So we started doing that, and it's been 4 or 5 years, and it's really grown too, and that's a big draw to the show. So we have this mainly vintage group with our invited guys, who Harley's also the sponsor of that. A lot of people don't realize that. They still do care about the vintage stuff and the history and continuing that.
Oh yeah.
That whole segment of what they do, like they're involved. So they sponsor our invited builder group, and they sponsor what we call our Harley invited builder group. And that's been going on for like I said, for a few years, and it's been great. In fact, last year the bikes that we had with the Harley group probably got just as much press and love as the old bikes.
Yeah, a lot of people over there.
It was great. We displayed them in the same area. We had storyboards with it. We actually hired an announcer last year. It was fantastic, and he really spoke to the crowd about what was going on, because sometimes you walk by, you have no idea like what this is, right? And that was also part of the Harley activation, and we helped curate that space to make it look good and flow into our the next space right next to it, which is the invited builder group. So that whole area was packed for 2 straight days. You could be looking at, like you said, Hawk's cutaway shovel that runs.
Yeah.
People think it doesn't run. The thing runs.
That
right?
is it on the internet? That thing is ridiculous.
Yeah, he's a builder this year, and the guy's unbelievable. I mean, some of the guys we have, not to jump around, are like, how do you even think of this stuff?
Yeah.
And they're pushing themselves and challenging themselves. Not to say all of our builders are that, because you can just be a guy with style. Style to me goes as far, if not farther, than fabrication talent. And it's really hard, although we're getting a lot better over the last few years, to get a guy who can fab his brains out, but also has the style to go with it.
Here at Born Free with Harley Drew. He's one of the invited Harley-Davidson builders this year, and he was given the Fat Boy. And so I asked him if he'd take him in and just kind of walk us through the bike real quick and tell us about the motorcycle.
Pretty much we did a tribute bike for legend himself, Willie G, so that's our great ghost. And we did a full carbon body on the Fat Boy, the gas tank, front fender, back fender. We did a 21 5-inch rim on the front, then we did a 20 by 8 on the back, front and back air, up-sweeted the Vance & Hine pipe, fully polished motor, transmission, and we even took a headlight bucket off a Freightliner, and then we made a mold and did a whole carbon fiber in headlight bucket, and we did the LP6 in there. We did 2-inch bars, custom-made seat, mid controls by PM, front suspension by PM, and as well as pretty much the paint job is like remarkable. When you look at it in the sun, you'll see like the ghosts, hidden shadows, drop shadows throughout the bike, and pretty much me and Mikey collabing our styles, bringing both performance and his style of the King Tail together and creating a masterpiece, man. So I love the collab. Thanks, Harley. Shout out to Born Free for having us here, man. I'm excited.
You guys did an awesome job. Nicest looking custom Fat Boy I've seen in a very long time. So
Thanks.
Nice job, guys. I love it.
Appreciate it.
What's up, guys? So I'm here with Blockhead. He was one of the invited builders this year for a brand new Harley-Davidson. He got the Heritage, right?
Heritage Classic, yep.
So he did a phenomenal job. I'm a huge fan of the Springers, and he brought back a Springer. So kudos, John. Great job.
Thanks, man.
And take us through the bike real quick, John.
So we got, like you said, started with a 2025 Heritage Classic. We had to put a Springer front end on it because that screams vintage Harley, right? We wanted to make it as close to 1937 Harley-Davidson knucklehead as we could. So we originally went with a 18-inch front end Springer. Wasn't long enough, so we had to go 2 over. And then we had to hardtail it. We got a lot of criticism for that, but it turned out great. Collaborated with Billy Lane on that one. We painted it in-house. Everything is period correct in terms of paint. Finding the paint code doesn't exist, so we literally had to like contact a friend of a friend that like had done a paint job like this previously. We custom made the rocker covers for it, so it'll look like a knuckle. So those are available through Blockhead Moto. And then custom pipe, lots of fabrication. The seat is from some chopper from the 70s. I have no idea the story behind it. I got it with the sale of a chopper that I bought back in the day. But modern performance, vintage flavor, and people are seem to enjoy it so far. So, it's got an old school horn too, which sounds like,
I love it, John. Hopefully you guys can hear over the music. We're right in the middle of a band here, but yeah, great job, John. The bike is awesome, and yeah, kudos, man. Nice job.
Used to be a lot of the fabricators, man, their metalwork was insane, but their style just was like, they'd spend 400 hours trying to make a tank or whatever, and then put a V-twin wheel, like from V-twin on the front.
Yeah.
And so it's like, man, you went that wild on the fab work, and then you just threw $100 wheel on it. Mm-hmm. That doesn't happen now. Like guys realize like, okay, you don't do that. Like let's do it all. So we've got guys that are incredible fabricators doing stuff that you'd never even think of. 2 guys that just have cool style in town, and they have a look, and it might just be a panhead chopper with all the, the normal recipe, painted tank and bars and all that stuff, but they paint it up cool, and it's a neat, nice bike, and people like it. And so we've got a great mix of the wild to just, the mild stuff, even a rider style bike. We don't tell them what to build, they got to build what they want.
About your invited builders, what does it take to be an invited builder to Born Free?
It doesn't take a lot, believe it or not. I mean, if you have the passion to do it and you really want to do it, I mean, we've taken guys never heard of before, no name, no shop, just average dude who just has
apply to you, or how do they get in?
I mean, we find people. So a friend will mention somebody. You might have a guy and you say, hey, take a look at this guy. You don't have to be this. Forget what you see on Instagram or Facebook or the internet. That's all BS. You don't have to be our friend. We don't even have to know you. I don't have to know anything about you. You don't have to be this 30-year-old dude with perfect hair and a beard and the chopper lifestyle. Like, we've got guys, people keep saying, a bunch of skateboard hipster builders. It's absolutely not true. If you look at the builders, we had a 70-year-old guy, 2 years ago, Scratch. This year, Don from Michigan. I mean, look at the guy's profile. He's like an old ex-racer and painter, and he's done funny car stuff. I mean, this guy is not a hipster skateboard builder. We certainly have those guys, and they're cool, and they do stuff, and we are friendly with everybody, and that's the thing the reason the show works for us, and I think that it's got to where it is because we're not just promoters that throw out a date and say, see you at the show. Mm-hmm. We go to every show we can to promote the show and everybody involved with us. We go to every swap meet that's around and promote the show with flyers and meet people and shake hands and sell them passes to the show or tickets to the giveaway. So when people say, oh, they knew that guy, he won, it's like, yeah, because we
know everybody.
we try to.
Pretty much, exactly.
We try to do our best, and even the haters, like, we've tried to reach out to those guys and say, hey, you're on the internet telling everybody how Born Free sucks and the bikes don't run and all this crap. It's like, have you been? No. Do you want to come? Well, why don't you come out here? I'll give you a free pass. Come to the show, check it out. And if you hate it, then get on the internet, tell all your buddies how bad it sucks, and we're all a bunch of whatever. And either they don't come because they're never going to come, or they come and they realize, holy crap, man, this was a blast. He goes, you're right. So we try to change people's mind, and we have over the years. We're not perfect, but I feel like we're super approachable. If you have an idea, whether you're a builder, whether you're a sponsor, a vendor, you want to do something crazy inside the show, swallow goldfish, whatever it may be, like we're up for it. We're into it. I mean, we have so many things going on. Pie eating contest, and we have the bad tattoo contest. We have all these things that random dudes wanted to do, and we're like, if you think you can do it and you can pull it off, we're going to let you do it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
We've had weddings at the show. We've had proposals at the show. We've had, we had all kinds of stuff.
People describe it as the Woodstock of Harley-Davidson events, right? Is that accurate in your opinion?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely has that festival vibe, with all the grass and the trees and all that. You do get this relaxed feel. So that's part of the whole thing, which you mentioned about, the community and everybody in a good mood. And we, knock on wood, we've never even had an arrest.
Oh, wow.
So this will be 12. So through 11 events, we've never had an arrest. We've never even had a fight.
Very cool.
So we're really proud about that. So I think when people get there, there's so much going on.
Yeah.
And the things evolved
to
now. So I don't bore you with all the details, but from the early days to now, there's a million things going on. So there's shows within the show.
Yep.
Right. So beyond the 2 stages and the 8 bands over 2 days and the Vans, Vert demo and the Rusty Butcher Sportster show and the Built Well thing. And, San Diego Customs has their whole big area with the FXR and all the modern platform stuff.
Yeah.
We've had the Arlen S show, and so there's all these little shows inside the show besides 100 plus vetted vendors. So we really work on our vendors to make sure what they're selling or promoting fits what we're doing.
Yeah.
So it's not like we've said it a million times, beef jerky and Beanie Babies and just whatever to sell a spot. We sell out our vendor spots. I mean, we don't even open it up. Every year the same vendors come back, and we end up, adding maybe 2 or 3, maybe 5, which pisses a lot of people off because they can't get in. But it's like this: we want to stay loyal to our folks, and we only have a certain amount of room, right? We don't want the whole event just littered with vendors, all doing leather wallets or selling vintage
That's
t-shirts.
smart too, because like a lot of the events that that don't do so well these days, like Street Vibrations and all these places that people used to go, they got taken over by vendors because the promoter got greedy and wanted more money, more vendors, wanted guaranteed money, and they ran all the public out of it. So that's a super smart thing there.
We still love the vintage, and it's the core of the show, but a lot of guys that are into vintage are now also into new bikes.
Yeah.
You realize like, hey, vintage stuff is awesome, but can't spend all my time working on this thing, or I'm trying to go on a ride and I'm breaking down. I mean, I'm the best example. Every ride I ever tried to go on an old bike, I didn't make it. And then finally wised up. I'm like, man, if I get a new bike, I can go for 5 days and know I'll be home, not going to break down, have a great time, see everything, do everything. And a lot of guys, I think, started to realize that after they started working on their bikes. And it's an evolution like me. And you start with a Triumph, then you get a Sportster, and then you go to a Shovelhead, and then you want to get a Panhead or whatever, you get a Knuckle if you can afford it. And then you start to go the other way. You're like, man, I've had all these bikes. What, maybe an FXR. I can ride that and still be cool, because an FXR is a modern chopper. I mean, that's what it is. It's a chopper. And so we started, seeing a lot more guys on FXRs, and then the Dyna thing exploded, and even the bagger thing to a certain point. I'm not into the big wheel bagger stuff, but I have a new Road Glide S, and I never get rid of it for anything. I love that bike. I love all the new stuff they do, make for it, whether it's Harley accessories or other aftermarket. It's a fun space. It's neat. It's new. So the show's evolved. And from, the vintage stuff is certainly important, and that's it. But all the new stuff too is really coming in.
So I'm kind of looking for my guys now that I rode out here with. I don't blame them for ditching me. Just taking a lot of content today, taking pictures and video and stuff. So we're back in the vendor area now, away from the band, the music stage and everything. So coming up on the Vans vert ramp here. And like I said, a bunch of vendors are here. So we'll check out the skaters for a little bit. Looks like they got some guys up there dropping in right now. So we'll get some shots of that, and then maybe go check out some vendors here. with the guys, here with Mickey. Mickey, what do you think of the show this year, dude?
Oh, I love Born Free, dude. It's always a good time. We got beautiful weather this weekend, which is really nice. Like, it's hot, but it's not as bad as it was the last time I was here. I think it was over 100 the last time I was here, but
brutal.
It's a beautiful mid-80s and a lot of really good people here. Nice to see old friends, and it's always a good time. Everybody's in good spirits. A lot of beautiful bikes, which I'm sure you got some video of. Oh, dude.
Tons of video of the bikes. I feel like even for a Sunday, it's really crowded right now. I mean, I don't think I've ever been on a Saturday, but from what I understand, Saturdays are crazy. But I feel like this show just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, which is cool. I mean, you see some rallies dying, like Laughlin and stuff like that. It's kind of discouraging. But when you come here, it's like, damn, dude. Like,
you're reminded that like there's so many of us out there. The community is so big, and if you don't have a bike and you want to get into this, you know who to call, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, if you do have a bike, the grass pass is the way to go.
Yes.
I mean, you basically just ride right into the park. Basically, just ride right into the show. It's awesome. But did you check out the vendors yet? All that stuff?
Yeah. I saw some friends, saw Indestructible, saw Carrie with Choppers Magazine.
Oh, cool.
Went out and supported, bought some stuff.
Obviously, Carrie. Right on.
It's been a good day.
Have you checked out the FXR area yet?
Oh, dude, FXR Row is fire. You gotta get some FXR Row. They're up on these like wooden stage pedestals.
Yeah.
They're beautiful,
Nice.
beautiful.
We just recently did a highlight video on his 2025 Lowrider ST. He rolled in with the group today on the bike. Raul, how you liking Born Free this year?
It's great. Weather's amazing. A lot of beautiful bikes out there, a lot of familiar faces, so it's great to see everybody here. People are having a great time. I'm sure that weather is a huge factor on why everyone's in a better mood compared to last year.
How many years have you been coming now?
I've been coming for at least 4 years. I took a break during the pandemic. I came back last year as my first time after the 4-year break, and I'm here for a second year again. Laidlaw's crew now.
Yeah, I like it. Evan, what's your favorite part of Born Free?
My favorite part of Born Free?
Yeah.
I don't think that's lit. My favorite part of Born Free, I love the choppers. I love the beer. I love that there's no cell service. That's probably my favorite part, because everybody has to be real for a minute and just envelop themselves in the culture for an afternoon. And so you don't have to worry about phones.
There is those annoying guys on camera that point an electronic camera in your face. But other than that,
but at least we're still here. We're present in the situation. So it's great. It's a great time. I love it.
Right on, man. Right on.
Yeah.
All right, I think I'm gonna meet Mickey over the Born Free booth. I guess he's getting some T-shirts or something. I'm gonna grab some food. Did you guys eat? You guys eat? You need some food?
I didn't eat any food. I don't need food.
You don't need food?
This machine runs on nothing but...
Oh, I'm so hungry. I need food.
Okay, we need some food right now.
We go get some food. You guys hungry?
Yeah.
Liquid food is wearing off. All right. I'm gonna go get some food.
Friends forever. Friends forever, dude. I thought he was sick and for.
I got a bike starting contest.
2 losers.
Yeah, trying to start up kickstart bikes
We'll
over
never
here.
see them
Pretty cool.
Well, they'll never be here ever again. All right, Joe, this is a good pick. I've seen Nick go a long way in this. Let her rip, bud. Get her right. Oh, shit! All right, we got one still in, Joe. There it is. You pick good friends, dude. Questionable looking, but you pick good friends, dude. There you go. All right, you're really telling me this is your friend? Okay, one kick, dude. This could be it. Oh, shit! Oh, shit! What round are we in now? This is 5, 4. Hey, so
I'm gonna roll through the vendor area here, see if anything catches my eye that I can't live without. See what they got. It seems like they have a lot of the same vendors out here every year, so it's cool. Alright, so we're over here in the San Diego Customs area with all the FXRs, Dynas, that whole scene over here. They usually have an FXR show every year on Saturday, I believe. But yeah, we got a lot of really badass like road glides, and I guess road glides aren't really technically FXRs, but just kind of that club style look around here. So we're gonna check out some of these. A lot of the lowrider STs showing up here with those retro FXR-T fairings, which is kind of a good thing to see. Obviously, you still got a ton of the Dynas, Dynas never die around here, just like the FXRs. So a lot of those bikes here on display. So we get some nice shots of that. Ooh, this is cool. Got like this highlighter paint here. San Diego Customs always puts on a good show over here every year. So this is cool to see. So Mike's first official Born Free on the Lowrider S. Mike, what did you think of it? What was your favorite part? Give us all the highlights.
Everybody's kind, it's family, and there's booze, and looking at cool bikes. It's been a fun time.